Guys, welcome to my channel. We'll be talking about the Eubank Jr. Benn show tomorrow, live at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Um, it's a good card, man. It's a real good card. Literally, every fight there's a 50-50. Every fight's a good fight. Let's go straight into it. All right, so we're talking. We'll start with Chef Clark and Vidal Riley. Good fight for the British Championship at cruiserweight, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I think they're both excellent operators, really, but I'd favour Vidal in this matchup. He's the younger man, um, slightly more tools in his arsenal, I think. I would say. I feel like Chef Clark is kind of starting to come to the end of the road in terms of his peak, which is a shame, but boxing is how it goes. Um, I don't think it'll be an easy fight though, man. C4, you know what I mean, as his nickname is. He ain't no mug. So I think if Vidal's gonna win this one, he's gonna better be ready to dig in for the full stretch. I suspect he can win on points. Stoppage maybe, but I doubt it. I think more likely points. Um, but it'll be a good fight. Go straight to the next one. Uh, okay, we'll start with Billum Smith against Brandon. Now listen, I don't know too much about Brandon. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know bits about about Billum Smith. Not a lot, but I know enough. I've seen a few of his fights. Um, I think it's gonna come down to experience. Tell you the truth, I think Billum Smith is the more experienced operator at this level. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's defending his world title belt. I think Billum should win this, maybe even via stoppage, late rounds. I think there's a very good opportunity for that. I don't think Brandon is the most defensively savvy of guys. Strong athlete for sure, but I don't think that would be enough. We've seen Billum Smith with strong punches in the past, and listen, the man's got a chin, man. We all know that. So I don't think what Brandon has to offer will be enough. To tell you the truth. Um, but that's all I know of them. To be honest, I don't know neither of them personally. I don't really watch neither of them too crazy, so I can't give you a crazy prediction on that just based on my feeling and the little I know of both. All right, we'll go straight into the next one. Now I know both guys. Anthony's obviously from my neck of the woods, East London, um, and Lyndon Arthur. I know him because when I was an amateur, I used to train with his at his gym a few times. Pat Barrett, Wayne Smith. Shout out to you. He was a reason for that. Now this fight I think is gonna be tough for both men. I can see Anthony winning this one for the simple reason that he's not just fought Lyndon, he's also been in the ring with, I guess you could say, a higher level version of Lyndon in Kovalev. And I think that experience will stand him in good stead. Um, I don't think Lyndon, despite having lost to Anthony, having being by split decision and then lost to Anthony the second time, I don't think there's very many people that replicate how Anthony boxes. For Lyndon to be able to prepare to beat him. Does that make sense? He's only got that one way of approaching the game, and I don't think against Anthony it will be enough. But I might be wrong because Anthony hasn't been the most active of fighters neither. But still, I'll probably favour him in this matchup. Just a tad bit. If Lyndon wins, it won't surprise me, man. The fight is that good. Um, Now, the next one, Liam Smith, Aaron McKenna. I don't know neither guy, man. I'll be so honest. The only time I see Liam Smith was when he lost to Eubank Jr. And obviously when he beat him the first time. I know Liam's a good fighter, been a good operator, been at a good level, but I feel like he's on the decline now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's still got a lot to give, but I definitely feel like his best days are behind him. I mean, we never know. Do you know what I mean? He might be able to pull out a sensational performance similar to what Smith did with what do you call it, Joshua Boaty a few months back, but I don't think so. I just don't think so. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. But we'll see. I think he should still have enough in the locker to beat McKenna, but we shall see. Don't have a prediction for that one, but based on the fact that I know the geezer, I'll go for Liam Smith. The main event, the one that's got everyone talking, Conor Benn against Eubank Jr. Chris is the bigger man, physically stronger. We all know that. Only problem is the weight making, his age, and I feel like those two things are a big factor. Conor Benn is got the youth on his side, obviously. The aggression, same as his old man. I think he's gonna bring the heat. But I feel like, genuinely speaking, his inactivity, as in Conor Benn's, is gonna hurt him in this one. Tell you the truth, I think it's gonna hurt him. In 3 years, he's had 2 fights. That don't help him. Eubank Jr. has been marginally more active, but again, not really crazy. The fact that Eubank has been switching coaches, especially as of recent, I think that will hurt him as well. He's been Jonathan Banks for a while now. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Leave a comment. Give me your opinions on this one. But I feel like the fact he's been switching coaches is gonna hurt him. Conor Benn, obviously, as we know, he's been with Tony Sims pretty much from day dot. They've worked and refined their style, and he's shown improvements over the years. I don't think anyone can deny that. PEDs and egg allegations aside, his performance as a fighter is been good. You know what I mean? Constantly improving, constantly showing that he's upgrading and leveling up. So, and really, that's what we can ask of him. But I just feel like this matchup might not be the best for him. But I can definitely see that those first 6 rounds is really what it's going to come down to. The fact it's an 18-foot ring, people are making it a big deal, but I don't read too much into it, because at the end of the day, I don't see Chris with the weight making having the energy to run around the ring anyway. He has to make it, like, take center ring, let it be a bit more of a rangy game with steps, as opposed to trying to do what Whittaker did with Liam Cameron the other week, as an example. Eubank ain't going to do that. No one, we just see him today looking as emaciated as a skeleton, hardly making 16 stone. 160 pounds. The man looks half dead. So, knowing all that, we're going to see him probably most likely take center ring, box, try lead him onto Saturn, probably the uppercut. And I think he's got it, to be honest. But listen, man, as my team will tell you, I'm not the greatest of predictions, but I think I got this one. I think Eubank Jr. Potentially via late stoppage. It generally depends how much he's got in the tank. But, I think he's got this potentially, just because of the size advantage and the slightly more active of the two. The weight making definitely ain't helping him none. And that's going to be a weight drained, weakened Eubank Jr., especially with his age and all of that, playing a factor. But still, I think Conor Benn, I guess now we're going to see how much he's been able to translate what he's been doing in the gym over the last couple of years, how much he will translate into the fight, because he hasn't really been able to do a lot of fights, I'm a big believer in ring activity, but, it is what it is. But, that's my predictions. To reiterate, I think Eubank's got this. I think Anthony's going to win, probably via stoppage, mid-rounds. Liam Smith, maybe points, maybe stoppage again. Vidal Riley, points for sure. And Chris Billum Smith, mid to late stoppage. Let me know your opinions. Let me know down below. See you on the next one.